Hello and welcome to Matt's Rocks. Today, I'm going to work on something that's not going to take as long as the last one I did. Only because I'm not going to round this one. It's got this nice jersey pocket that I just wet down so you can't see it flashing at you. And it's so close to the edge, and there's so much rough stuff there. And it's got this little chip right here on this edge, right there, where my fingernail's at. And it's got a few fractures on it, like this one here, but I'm going to round this off. I'm going to leave the sides flat as I can keep them. I'm probably going to end up leaving this little vug here simply because I don't want to lose that eye pattern in there. And then I'm just going to polish the faces flat. That way I don't lose that crystal vug. I want to keep that crystal vug in there. It's going to look a little weird, but it's going to be smooth on the corners anyway. I'll round the corners a little bit rather than leaving them sharp or anything. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll get back with you. I'll record a little bit of this just so I can put some footage in there, and then I'll show it to you when I get it shaped. I'm not going to touch the face with the 80 grit. I'm just going to do the sides with the outside edges with the 80 grit, and then I'm going to switch back to the 220 for the rest of that. Once I get it the shape, the outside shape that I want. Had to fill my water again today because I left this water on when I did the last Brazilian Agate, the oval, or the Brazilian oval cab. It was a caramel colored cab, that's what I called it. And I only used these on that last day, but somehow I must have stepped back just one little spot. I remember now I had to step back from here to get one little mark out, and forgot to shut it off. Last night when I was going into, and I just filled it up yesterday, and then the day before, because I didn't do anything yesterday, but I filled it up right before that, and then proceeded to empty it out. I could hear it. I was watching a video on YouTube, and I paused it, and I heard this. It was my pump, so I had to shut off my breaker over here for it, or shut off my surge protector. I may have to slant this side, because if I don't, I'm going to get too close up here. I don't like that little chip there. I should have showed it on this one. You can see that little chip better. Right there. You see it's lighter colored. Be able to see the fracture a little easier when it's dry. So I'll just slant this side. Not going to really lose anything on that side by slanting it. to go ahead and grind that little, looking over my glasses, I'm going to grind that little chip out right there on that edge. I don't want to lose that much of that pattern, but I won't have to lose very much of it, but I'm afraid that's going to chip out if I don't. Some of these others, like this one here, I can leave in there because it's long enough, it's not, or deep enough, it's not going to chip off just from dropping it, I don't imagine. That's probably going to take me about another 5 minutes or so. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this down, and I'll show it to you when I get it done with the 220 and get it the right shape. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to get the kerf marks off of here. There are quite a few of them there. This was the older blade that I cut this one with, so it shouldn't be as bad. The only reason why the newer blade cut worse was because I don't think I've got it on there right, and it was brand new. So it takes a little while to work them in, just like your wheels. And I got lucky and didn't have to leave any pits over here on that little side. But all those chips on that edge are going to make it hard to round off, because they come quite a ways over towards that white spot that I don't want them to be. So what I'll do is wait till I get to the 220 and kind of round out a little bit, and then finish rounding it with the 220 or with the 280. That way I don't lose that outer wall of that bug. Go ahead and shut these down so we can. Now I'll be back. Okay, here's my shape. That's the back side, and I've kind of left it straight on the outside edges. Wow, that center's pretty hard right in there. You can see it shining a little bit already, and that's on the after the 220. And I got my edges all down. I'm not going to have any pits, I don't think. I do have a little, and this is the front. Let me show you that first. I do have a little chip on that edge right next to my window up there on the top. I'm hoping I can get it out. It's a little close, and I've lost some of that pocket because I took it to the 220 to clear the face to get the kerf marks out of it on the face. And is that a way I figured out, well, I shouldn't say I think I figured out, I think Agate Dad figured it out for me. He was talking on a video I watched yesterday whether he had runt his resin wheels. These aren't resin wheels, these are Nova wheels. But he had said he'd ruin his Nova wheels by not getting all the oil off of his slabs when he went to grind them, and I figured out why he was doing it. He was washing them off first and then putting them in kitty litter. You're supposed to put them in kitty litter first to get all the excess oil off. That way, when you do wash them, you don't have as much oil in your water. He had to keep changing the water in his 5-gallon bucket that he washed him with. So I left him a little note, or sent him a comment. I do have a few little scratches on here, but I'm hoping that this will work good enough to get this smoothed out and ready for the 600. I still haven't ordered new wheels yet. I got to wait till I get my Social Security check. Just because I've spent so much already this month. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to take this to the 600 grit, whether I want to or not. I got a nice, I have no idea where it came from, but I got a nice little scratch right there. I think it's from setting it on this towel next to the bench, and I got a little bit of a, this other wheel's getting to where it's leaving the scratches on the side again up in here. It's up in that top area. It was coming down this side as I've been running it like this, and it's coming off of this side over here, I think. Because I've been using this side to get the stuff that I had some pits in there that I couldn't get off on this side, so I started using this side. I'll be glad when I can get the new wheel. It's bad that I got to buy another one already, but it's what happens when you abuse them. Didn't know I was doing it, but I did it. Well, of course, I think part of the reason why I took this took the faces of this to the 220 was because I didn't want to use this because I didn't want any of these crystals to break out and scratch it even worse. Plus, I didn't figure this one would get them all out. It doesn't seem to want to for some reason. But yet it leaves some nice nasty pits in the scratches that it leaves. But at least on this wheel, I don't have to worry about getting a hold of this if I run it this way. I was running it that way a few times, but it wasn't helping. So I just figured I'd say heck with it and go over to this one. I may have stepped back to this one a time or two for stuff that I can't get out, but I tried this face earlier and had it looking pretty darn good. And then I started getting scratches, or then I had some pits that I couldn't take out with the 600, so I made them smaller, and now I should be able to take them out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on this one, and get back to you and show them when I'm done. Okay, I'm back. We're finished with it now. There it is on this camera. I was able to keep my crystal vugs, but they're not all that big as they were. I don't know if that's helping or not. I'm trying to show it winking back at you, but and I never did show it to you with the light behind it. There's the back side. It's got a little crystal vug there, but it's closed up. It's crystal across it, but it's not very big. Yeah, it's only about 1/16 of an inch wide. And it starts right there above my fingernail. It's a duller part, I think, a little bit. I don't know if that's showing up too good or not. Let me show it on this other camera. After I get my fingerprints off of it. Right before I turned on the camera, I rubbed my eye and then picked up the rock and had a big smear of it on the rock from my eye. There is the crystal bug. Oh, that's helping. That's winking back. It's not winking as much as it was because it's kind of closed up because I've cut it down shorter than it was. Less deep. It's not as deep as it was. So the sides are a little bit wider. Let me get this other light on there. But I like the shine on it. It's 8:30. And I started on this at, I think it was noon. But I did take a break at supper time. Well, 4 o'clock, 4 to 5, I think. Took a little longer. I needed to stretch my back or straighten my back up for a little while. Lean back against something. Now let's try this. This seems to work pretty good with this light behind it. Oh, let me move that one. Let's hold it with this hand. Oh, I know why it's so dark over here. When I went to supper, I took a different, here's the back. I took a different cab that I had been working on that I picked up and noticed I had some cloudy spots on it. Oh yeah. And I took it to the aluminum oxide. Actually, that quartz pocket doesn't look as dull as I thought it was. Well, it's because it's not, but it's got one little bitty dinky pit in the dead center of it. That's zoomed in as far as it'll go. But anyway, okay, let me get this out of the other camera's eye. Move this over. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll put this up. Let's see, I got 2 more left. One's going out Sunday, and then I got one for Wednesday, one for Wednesday, and this will be out next Friday. Hey, I should have moved that a little bit. When I leaned back, or when I turned, it moved me too far away. But this one will be up next Friday. Lord willing, and I don't have any other problems with it. But I like the shine on this one. It's nice. And I like the color of these better because they're easier to see when you put the light behind them. They're easier to see the lines in it. This one's got some lines coming around here. As you can see, wherever there's a corner is where there's a meetup of the lines. And there's another one over here. And this one, it kind of curves out this way. And that's the dark spot. That might not have been easy for you to see. But without me being able to see it, You can see one little curl spot. So that with this line, okay, which way I gotta go? Okay, right there in that dark spot, at the where the top line ends up here, there's a little curly Q that comes out and across some of that dark stuff. That's, I don't know if I can get it to show up now that I've moved the other light. No, I don't think that's going to show. There we go. You can see some of it. You can see there's soft spots in between the lines where that quartz was at. So you can see all the fortification lines that makes them look like scratches. Oh, now it's not going to focus. There we go. But you can see the fortification lines in there. I've got a couple of small pits on it. I got a couple of small pit, or a small pit on the back, I think. One more stuff from my face. Oh yeah, it's up in this. This line goes up. It's yeah, where this line goes up, it's part way up in, because this point here, right there, there's a line that comes up from this corner to it, and there's a little pit on it where a piece of crystal broke out. But it's a good looking cab. I like them. And it was hard to get it to shape. I was able to round the back. I rounded this side a little more because I had to get that pit out of there. Plus it was tilted down this way. So rather than taking all of this off, I worked on smoothing this out, and then I rounded it up. So it's kind of not exactly round. It's taller on this side than it is on this side. And instead of just being in the middle where it'd be tall, but it's a good agate. I like it. I like it a lot. But anyway, thanks for watching. You guys have a good day, and stay tuned for the next one, which I'll be uploading it tomorrow night. Well, I've already uploaded. I've got 2 up there that's set on private right now, so they can look at them, and I'll clear one tomorrow night about 11:30 or so for upload, and then the next one will come up on Wednesday. Yeah, you can see the lines. There's some lines coming up from this too, that wider spot right here. There's some lines coming up through it. It's a strange deal how they do that. But you can see the lines, and then the lines make divots. I don't know how long I tried working on that curved one to try to get it out. I dropped back from this wheel to this wheel, tried to get it out, and then I dropped back from the 600 to the 280. And then I dropped back, after I went to the 280 or the 1200, I had to drop back again because I noticed it again, and I thought I'd got it out of there, but I wasn't looking at it with the light right. You have to have the light where it'll catch the edges. So my light was facing this way, so I had to turn it this way in order to be able to see it. And I hadn't turned it that way. But anyway, you guys take care, and see you on the next one.